Okay, so hear me out. Some characters are actually really, really strong, but I don't think we realize that. So, Link from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask is known as the hero of time. It's the same character in two different games because the timeline says so, even though the timeline doesn't mean much. He was a kid that grew up in a forest, you know, filled with fairy kids, but somehow he has all these powers, not even talking about his items. I'm just talking like his skills. Like, he's a talented musician out of nowhere after getting his first instrument. He's a great fisherman and diver. In Majora's Mask, with the bank, we have seen he is a financial expert, racking up loads of money. He is a professional exterminator and even makes at-home visits inside the Deku Tree and Lord Jabu Jabu. Is that his name? Who cares? He's better than the average child at hide and seek, which I think is pretty good. He has a membership with the Gerudo. He's a part-time Ghostbuster, and he's an honorary mailman in Termina. Not just that, but he's also a social worker and a marriage counselor, at least an amateur one. We also know that he has helped many animals because he's a veterinarian, and I would say that he's like a dog whisperer too, which isn't really... It's not really a talent, it's just like, that's just like a fun fact. But that's just like his base achievements from the game, from the various minigames. That's not even talking about the fact that he's great at archery, swordsmanship, horse riding. He gets a horse and immediately knows how to ride it. Sure, we're good. But when you think about the glitches though, it gets even crazier. So in Ocarina of Time, because of wrong warping, and also because of his Ocarina, he has time and space manipulation. He has the infinite sword glitch, which is super powerful. He can super slide, he can bomb hover, he can mega jump and mega flip. He has transmutation powers. I would even say, as far as to call him an alchemist, because he can do bottles over any item and even recreate items just by doing some weird magic with bugs and bottles and glitches. Not just that, but he can fly as a Zora, and he has limited wall clip abilities, just going through certain walls. And of course, with the Goron in Majora's Mask 3D, he can do the Goron missile glitch, which is basically like super speed through the air. He's super powerful. And that's just like, if you were to look at him and be like, okay, well, yeah, he has some adult stuff, he has some kid stuff from Ocarina of Time. He can't use that as a kid, but he has masks. Just... Can you imagine? Give the Goron the Megaton Hammer or the Zora the hover boots. Why? I don't know, but that's an option. Or really, he could just be Fierce Deity, use anything, and he'd be insanely powerful. I mean, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different kinds of swords. One of them is a giant knife. It's like not technically, but point is, it's like, that's a lot of swords. He has 3 kinds of shields, 3 kinds of tunics, 3 kinds of boots. He has... bombs, bomb chews, powder kegs. I mean, he has 2 different kinds of hook shots. One of them is really just like a length upgrade, so whatever. 3 types of arrows. He has 3 things of magic, which I think are underutilized in Ocarina of Time, but like, can you imagine Fierce Deity with those? And then there's also, you know, the Lens of Truth, allowing him to see invisible things, and I totally forgot, because of the pictograph box, he is an amateur photographer, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, he has all those masks, one of which can turn him into a giant. I know it's like the magic of the boss arena makes it so he can only turn into a giant there. But still, it's like, he is insanely powerful. And that's just from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. If you look at, like, say, Wind Waker Link, who also appears in, oh my god, I'm forgetting, Phantom Hourglass? Yeah. Whatever. The other game. He's been in 2 games. He's also insanely powerful, capable of swimming across the entire sea on his own, hovering through the air, returning to life from being a zombie. It's like, there's a lot of stuff. I don't know the point of this video. I just wanted to share. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Bye.